What the heck is going on? Oh, Meowth died. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, chat. We had to take a break because my internet just decided to pass out for some reason. Got a message from my internet provider that they were doing maintenance, and that's all fine and dandy, except for like maybe let a bitch know before you decide to cut her internet, especially when she's trying to do something important, like save her Meowth from dying. And now I don't even know when Meowth died because the internet had a situation going on. Oh, what's up, delete? Yeah. Um, yeah, my poor Meowth just suffering, like you do. Unfortunately, the best place I think to train Meowth right now is Lavender Tower. The problem is that Meowth is a normal typed Pokemon, and Lavender Tower is full of... Whoa, wait, hold on. Lavender Tower is full of ghosts, but I do know Faint Attack. I don't remember the type effectiveness into that, though. That's a bad idea. We're going to head over to the grass on the other side of Celadon and see if that grass has better Pokemon for Meowth to fight, because Meowth needs levels, and this Psyduck gotta... I went the wrong way. And this Psyduck gotta evolve, because... Psyduck needs to become a Golduck so that we can get a Lickitung. Our quest continues to get a Lickitung. This is not the grass I was talking about. I was talking about the grass on the other side. So we're gonna go see how that's going. Oh, sorry, I keep getting distracted and crashing into buildings, apparently. This grass. I haven't really explored this grass. I don't know what Pokemon are here. But yeah, we were contemplating movesets. Oh, Doduo. I think Meowth can take a Doduo. We're contemplating movesets and how we're going to defeat the Elite Four, apparently. And most of it I'm not very concerned about. I do want to teach probably Arbok Toxic. I need to teach someone like Blizzard. I have Arcanine who can learn Flamethrower. I will have a Victory Bell who can learn Giga Drain. And also like Solar Beam if we want the Solar Beam angle there. Solar Beam I'm always like iffy about just because it is a 2-turn move. So we got all that stuff happening. And I'm trying to think of like movesets. I know Lickitung has to learn Surf. Like that is not negotiable. Someone's got to know Surf, and I think Lickitung is the only one on this team who can learn Surf. So Lickitung gonna be our Surfy boy. Someone has to learn Strength because we have to get through Victory Road. Do not need Fly. I think I'm done with Cut already. But we're going to keep it until we hit Victory Road, just in case there's something I've forgotten. And then... Is that all of our HMs? Cut, Fly, Surf, Strength, and... Flash. Oh, and then Flash, which I'm actually not allowed to get. I can't get Flash. I might be able to when I get Lickitung, but in order to get Flash... You have to have 10 Pokemon, like have owned 10 Pokemon in your decks. And at that point in the game, I think I only had 3 Pokemon in my party. It was Arbok, Bellsprout, and Meowth, which is 5 Pokemon, plus the 2 from my Charmander Charmeleon from the beginning of the game. And so I... only had 7 Pokemon, but now I have accidentally gotten Eevee, and I have a Growlithe, which puts me at 9 Pokemon, and I just caught Psyduck, which puts me at 10. So I can technically get Flash, but I've also already made it through the rock tunnel, so why would I want to? You know? So I think we're just gonna live this entire game without HM05. Did he get off a quick attack before I switched Pokemon? Is that what just happened? Excuse me? Nintendo, how long has this been a mechanic? I've never switched trains this late in the game, so I don't know what's going on. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what we're discussing while this Psyduck evolves. If Psyduck takes damage, switch training is going to be a lot harder than usual. Let's see if it happens again. I don't know if it could actually take another hit because I think that was 2. Okay, no, not that time. But maybe it didn't use Quick Attack. It didn't use Fury Attack. What's up with that? Getting off a move before switching up Pokemon is wild. I cannot believe that happened. That's insane. Absolute insanity. Oh, now Meowth is dying. I wasn't paying attention. We'll do a payday. We'll see what happens. I was about here, like, trying to plan my day without the internet, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I live on the internet. I don't... How am I gonna exist without the internet? And then it came back. It might die again. If it dies again, I think we're just gonna call it for the rest of the day, but, like, it's back right now, so we're happy. It's all it takes to make me happy. Give me a high-speed internet connection, a place to sleep, and food. That's all I need in my life. And I'll be happy. Other things are nice, which is like why people need jobs. But truly, those are my like top 3 priorities. And almost in that order. I think I would be happier with a high-speed internet connection than I would be with a bed. No, I think food has to come first. Just biologically. You kind of need food. It's important to eat, you know? I don't know if you guys feel that way too, but it's a little bit important to eat. Yeah, just a bit. I am one of those people who like genuinely enjoys food. Like I like eating. See, it got off the pursuit. Does pursuit just always happen before? I don't know. I've never taught a Pokemon Pursuit, I guess. Or at least I've never trained a Pokemon with Pursuit. Maybe Pursuit just always gets off early and I just never realized it because I've never switch trained against a Pokemon that knows Pursuit before. Interesting. But yeah, no, I love food. I love food. I love flavor. I love sauces. Gosh, if I could consume all of my calories per day and nutrients, important nutrients as well as calories per day in sauce, I probably would. Like, I would like it to have like some sort of vessel, but like, yeah, I think I could just eat sauce, most of the time. But I love food. I love food. I love going to get food and figuring out things. Ooh, favorite sauce. So here's the thing. If we're going for like versatility versus like just pure flavor, there's a problem there. Because as far as versatility goes, I think I like ranch the best just because it goes on more things. I can put my ranch on my vegetables. I can put ranch on meats, like not like, you know, on meats. Like I'm not going to put ranch on like a steak, but I can eat ranch with chicken. Like that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. But if we're going for just like pure flavor, the answer is actually enchilada sauce because I'm hella Mexican. So on pure flavor, enchilada sauce because the flavor is peak. But as far as versatility goes, it has to be ranch. But I also love like a chipotle mayo, specific, not like the heavy mayo ones, but like the ones that you get with sushi that are like kind of lighter on the mayo. Amazing, beautiful, delicious. Best barbecue sauces. I can go ham on a barbecue sauce forever. I love barbecue sauce. And also I like different varieties of barbecue sauce. My favorite barbecue sauces are probably like pepper barbecue sauces. If you get a barbecue sauce that says it's got like a lot of pepper in it, it's going to be good. A rare candy. Ooh, Meowth. Meowth is fighting for top place in my heart. She got me a nugget the other day. It was nice. I haven't sold it, but you know, I have it. And just the fact that I have it, you know you got that money in the bank. It's great. And But yeah, I love barbecue sauces, buffalo sauces, especially like the heavy vinegar ones. Same thing with like a vinegar-based barbecue sauce. Like there's a time and place, but good Lord, is a vinegar-based barbecue sauce good? I love them. Delicious. Also, if you've never had it, in the south of the United States, there is white barbecue sauce, which I was very, very skeptical about, but it's actually quite delicious. It doesn't have as much as that like tomato flavor, which is, you know, the primary color, dark color of barbecue sauces, but the white sauce, not bad. I'm trying to think of other sauces now. Teriyaki, oof, love me a teriyaki. I also personally love a thick teriyaki. I want that teriyaki to like have substance to it. I need that stuff to have weight. Like I understand the point of a thin teriyaki and I get that they're probably healthier for you, but like a thick teriyaki, give it to me. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. Spicy sauces. Oh, if we're going the hot sauce route, like as far as just sauces, my personal favorite like hot sauce is actually pretty mild, and that's like kind of why I love it because it's like pure flavor, and not like just here to kill you. And that is Cholula. I could eat a whole bottle of Cholula. I love to like get me some like plain ass potato chips. Ruffles are ideal. Get you a bowl of Ruffles, a wedge of lime, and some Cholula. Just do it up. Squeeze on that lime, pour that Cholula over your Ruffles, and you're living the dream, man. Especially if you love Cholula like I do. I love Cholula for its flavor. It's got the best flavor. Like a little bit of spice. It's not like no spice. It's got a little bit of spice. But the flavor. Yes, yes, the chipotle flavor. Exactly. If you want less of the like chipotle limey flavor of Cholula and you want a little bit more spice, just a little bit more spice, but also more body, more viscosity, you know, less viscosity. I always forget which way viscosity works. A thicker sauce, Valentina. Valentina is the like step up of Cholula. I personally would never go for like a Tabasco. Tabasco sauce is just like pure vinegar. Like pure vinegar. I don't know what Big Tabasco was thinking when they made that sauce. It is just vinegar. I would almost rather add like vinegar and Cholula for the flavor than I would doing just like a Tabasco straight. It's just, I don't know. It needs to work. People who love Tabasco, I have serious questions for you. One question, why? I'm confused. But like, Tapatio is also pretty good. Tapatio is, I think, it's got more of the like, we're trying to be Cholula, but with more spice. But the thing is that Cholula also, now at least, has like higher levels of spice, like kind of naturally. They also have like a green Cholula, which is honestly pretty good. And yeah, I'm here for it too. I like Tapatio on Doritos. I also like Cholula on Doritos. I would rather put Cholula on all of my chips than anything. But if I don't have Cholula, like I'm going to Valentina and I'm going to Tapatio. I'm not usually going to Tabasco. I just feel like, yeah, exactly. Like I'll eat it if it's my only option, but I would really prefer it not to be my only option. It's not my favorite of the hot sauces. If we're going with classic hot sauces. I like how my auto mod thought Lamau was a swear. Interesting choice, auto mod. Amazing. You always have a bottle of Cholula? Ooh, same. Honestly, like I used to, my family went through so much Cholula. We had a problem. The problem is we're Mexican. We go through so much Cholula that when we buy Cholula, we go to a specific Costco and buy like a legit box of Cholula. It comes usually with like 24 bottles, and that will last us a while, which is nice because they're the huge bottles, you know? Costco doing it up. Thank you, Costco. But like Cholula. Can I be sponsored by Cholula? Hello, Cholula. Is this my official paperwork? Question mark? I don't know. Oh, let me sponsor you. I will eat all of my. I'm gonna get a camera just so I can eat all my food with Cholula on stream because I love Cholula. It's so good. It's so good. What great sauces. All of them. I've had a lot of different flavors of Cholula now, mostly because my brother, our family is a big Cholula family, obviously. And when the new flavors of Cholula started coming out, my brother would bring them home and be like, you guys have to try this. And we always try them in the classic way for us, which is on potato chips. And it doesn't matter what potato chips. We'll do it on tortilla chips too, but potato like really absorbs the flavor and is nice. So yeah, honestly, one of my go-to snacks is just Cholula on chips. Any chips. Potato chips, Doritos. Yeah. I love Cholula. Yeah, we're back. We had an internet outage that I don't know, approximately 5 minutes after it happened, my internet provider texted me and was like, "We're doing maintenance." And I was like, "Can you let a bitch know beforehand next time because I have important PsyDuck training to be doing today." My goals for today, well, now I'm like, how long should I even go for? I guess the answer is till I get hungry. That's usually how long I stream for. But like, I need the Psyduck to evolve, and Psyduck's a baby. He's just a little baby. And also, all of these Pokemon apparently no pursuit, so Psyduck is actually taking damage. We gotta, yeah, he's just a little guy, but he's taken damage because they know pursuit, and we don't want Psyduck to die. Although this grass doesn't have a Pokemon that will poison me, so that's why we moved grasses. It's also slightly closer to a Pokemon Center, which is nice. Yeah, now I'm trying to think of other hot sauces that I like. At least Psyduck isn't psychic for whatever reason. Yeah. No. Why would Psyduck be a psychic type Pokemon? That doesn't make sense. It's like, have you seen, there's a comic that's like the Council of Dragon type Pokemon. It's like the Jedi Council, but it's Dragon type Pokemon and it's Charizard in the middle. And they're like, "We recognize you, but we do not grant you the rank of dragon." My friends were telling me about this comment, and I had said in the background, like, because they were like showing each other the comic and reading it and stuff, and I was, I think, driving at the time. So I had said, like, as an aside, I was like, Flygon laughing in the background. And like, they were like 100% spot on. Like, Flygon is not in the comic, but should be because Flygon doesn't look like a dragon either, you know? But it's, yeah, absolutely hilarious. We love brutally spicy things. We're going to rename Growly to Cholula. Growly is Growly as a reference to the original, like, anime, because James has a Growlithe and calls him Growly the whole time, which we love. We love to see James. Good job. A+. Korean fire noodle sauce. Ooh, is that like the sauce that's in those like super, super hot, like the buldak noodles? Because yikes, I don't think I could eat those. I have a problem with like, I love spice and I love the flavor of spice. Like hit me with some spice. I am allergic to habaneros. Like they will actually kill me. So as much as I love spice, I gotta be careful. I can't like just be like spicy sauce, eat it. I have to be I'd be that person who's like, let me read the ingredients because I don't want to die or something. You know, like you do. It's fine. It's fine. You saw one that's like the unevolved Pokemon who can Gigantamax, Pikachu, Eevee, Meowth, being cute, hanging out, and Duraludon walks in like, "Hey guys." That's hilarious. I love that. Also, I have like a little bit of beef with the unevolved Gigantamax Pokemon, mostly because they look weird. I get that like Nintendo's just trying to play tribute to their OGs, but like, um, now I'm confused because in Pogo, they've got like Gigantamax. I was gonna do the Gigantamax read that's right here. I can't. I'm training inside. Like I can't do it now. I can do it later. Uh, yeah, yeah. Duraludon is your shiny. Ooh, nice. I didn't play the DLC of Galar, and I can't remember right off if I had any shinies in Galar. I want to say I did, but I can't remember who. The Galar DLC is good. Nice. Approximately how long did you spend playing the Galar DLC? Because this is how I rank the value of over 500 hours. Really? Maybe I will go back and play it then, because like my issue is that I spend nice. Okay, okay. Story's not good, but the Dynamax Adventures. Good to know, good to know. I just like I'm so used to DLCs being like not huge like time commitments. My brain is going so slow right now, sorry. But yeah, I'm so used to DLCs not being that long of time commitments. And so I'm like, I don't want to spend a third of the game value on a DLC that I'm only going to play for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever. Like I need it to be worth it. So I've been off put from DLCs. Pokemon DLCs are long. Okay, okay. Maybe then. Maybe I'll have to break out the Switch again and we'll play the Galar DLC. And also the Scarlet Violet DLC, because I haven't played either of them. You get new Pokemon to catch. Do they update your decks? Do you still get a national dex? That's my biggest concern. I want a national dex. What? Are you serious? Are you dead? What? I was so pissed that I didn't get a Nat Dex in Paldea. I was so mad. I can't tell you how mad I was. I mean, I can because I think I did yesterday. I was infuriated. If you get a Nat Dex, it's worth it. If I buy a Pokemon DLC for a Nat Dex, it's automatically worth it. They killed the national Dex. No, Nintendo, why? We never have all the Pokemon. I can get them. I believe in my ability to do it. Pokemon Go, but they only just released Galar. I remember when they started releasing Paldea, and I was like, excuse me? Where is Galar? And all of my friends who play Pogo, full-time, don't play the base games. So I'm over here being like, where are all the Galarian Pokemon? And they're like, there are Galarian Pokemon. There's the exclusives that were in the game, the Meowth and the Weezing and whatever, and the Slowpoke forms. And I was like, but there's no Grookey? And they were like, what's a Grookey? And I was like, okay, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I was so concerned, and they didn't know. Yeah, they skipped Galar. They released a tiny patch of Galar where they had Wooloo and Squavit. But they didn't release all of Galar. Psyduck, can you hold your own? You might be able to defeat this Spearow. I'm concerned because you're only real. I guess you know Confusion. Let's see how good a Confusion is. The Dynamax thing. I think they wanted to wait and see if they were going to go the Dynamax route in Pogo, because they had already done Megas. And I get that adding them, there's a lot of things to add. And that also means, if anyone pays attention to the canon of Pokemon, that because if you've been paying attention to all the canons of Pokemon, there's technically like two Pokemon universes, and there is the Mega Universe, and then there is the other universe. And Pokemon Go chose Megas early, or at least early as far as I'm concerned. And then they like got to Galar, and I'm like, what you gonna do about the Gigantamaxes? And then, you know, they had to think about them apparently. But then they added Gigantamaxes. Like I don't remember Wooloo or Squavit being able to Gigantamax. But then they did it with the babies, like Squirtle and Bulbasaur. So I was like, I don't know, maybe Pogo's just on something. You have a goal of getting to Pogo 1,000 Pokemon? Nice. I don't know where I'm at. I know my storage in Pogo is... Oh, you're 100% right. I should versus Seeker switch train. Dodo is holding his own though, and I'm proud of him for that. I'm checking my Pogodex. What's my Pogodex at? My Pogodex is at 799. I'm missing a lot of legendaries though. I used Confusion again. I was supposed to use Scratch. Ducky's gonna die! We'll switch him out right now. Yeah. Oh, nope. Okay. Nurse Joy, why have you trained me to play Pokemon like this? 856. Nice. So I had stopped playing Pogo for like 2 years because I was playing Pogo mostly with my sister, and then she stopped playing Pogo, so I had to stop playing Pogo. I do have complete dexes. Oh, I forgot to switch out Ducky. Oh no, I did. He used Pursuit. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my Pokedex. Oh my goodness. 526,000 caught Pokemon? Where do you get your total caught Pokemon? Because I don't know how to find it. I don't know how to find it, to be honest with you. We need to go heal Ducky. Yeah, Pogo is... I've been... Oh, over there. I see. I'm in my decks. I'm missing a lot of... I'm a nerd. I have a spreadsheet of all of my Pogo Pokemon. And... what I need to finish my decks. It's a lot of legendaries. And it's a lot of legendaries that I missed because they were like exclusive raids at the time, and I just wasn't playing Pokemon because my sister stopped playing Pokemon, and all my friends who play Pokemon are far away. So you have a spreadsheet if you're missing lucky Pokemon. Nice. Beautiful. I love that for you. Mostly because I spreadsheets, man. I love spreadsheets. Hey, speaking of Galarian starters, I have all of them standing on top of me right now. Let's just catch those right quick. You also make lists of Pokemon over 1,000 caught. Good lord. I mean, I'm sure I have some too, but like, I've not made a list of them. I'm a Dexer. I've always been. I'm a Dexter. Can I call myself a Dexter? Is that like our new title? That would be beautiful for people who complete Dexes in Pokemon. That's gonna hurt. It's the pursuit that hurts more, really. Oh, I forgot we were gonna try to versus Seeker train. I need to go figure out where. I guess the other side of Saffron, between Saffron and Lavender, has that like 4-person chain. We can figure that out. Nice. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, one time on New Year's, no joke, I was alone and bored and didn't have anything to do because my bestie was out of town, and I usually spend New Year's with my bestie, and she was gone. So I had to occupy myself. And I legit spent that evening typing a Pokedex in order by Natdex number. And had like Natdex number, regional number, Pokemon name, type 1, type 2, and also how they evolved. And that's how I spent my evening. I can get these guys, or I can get... Can I get that guy when he comes up? I don't think so. I'll wait for him to come back and see if he pops up. Yeah, so I made a Nat Dex. I don't think he can reach. No, he can't reach. So maybe we go for these guys instead. And we try to switch Train Ducky here. Bag. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Yeah, so I have a giant spreadsheet of all of my Nat decks. Eventually I was like, I should just get this off the internet. I think it was like I was fully in Gen 4 before I was like, I need to outsource my my skills here, because I can name Pokemon pretty solidly. Also mostly in order for a good long time. I am that person. Yeah, I know. I'm a psychopath. And the thing is that I know enough Pokemon's dex numbers, like, in later gens, that I can, like, be like, oh, I'm missing someone, and go back and figure out who it is. I'm an absolute psychopath. I play a lot of, like, Wordle offshoot games. Like, there's one specifically for League of Legends that I play called Luldle, and the people who made Luldle also made Pokédoll. There's also Squirtle and Pokidoku, and I play all of them because I like being a nerd. It's fun. So I do that. And whenever I play Squirtle, I used to always first pick Swampert, and then recently Swampert was the first pick, and I got Swampert in 1, and I was so excited. And then now we had to have a new first pick. So I already got my Swampert in 1. Swampert for Squirtle is a great first pick also, because it's not the best, admittedly. Like, the best first pick Pokemon for Squirtle is going to be a Gen 5 dual type mid-sized Pokemon that is has at least one water type. So it's probably going to be like Jellicent. Would probably be the best pick to start Squirtle, just because there are more water type Pokemon than almost any other Pokemon type in the game. You really want to start with like a broad typed Pokemon. You want to start in like the middle gen, because Squirtle gives you up and down generations. And yeah, so I pick Swampert because I'm loyal to my child, and I love Mudkip with a passion. Mudkip is the best. And it's so cute. So cute. What a good Pokemon. I love Mudkip. Also, the dual type on the Mudkip, the water ground, beautiful, peak, amazing. Pokidoki you can't play with like a lot of strategy going in, because it changes every day. So Pokidoku is really like what the game gives you. You have to figure out and do that way, and that's totally fine, and I love it too. I especially love it occasionally they'll give you a block where you can fill the entire block with Minior. Look out for that. You can occasionally fill the entire block with Minior. No, the double kick! I forgot they do double kick! My Meowth! We come back with vengeance, Nidoran. Because now my Meowth can't get experience points on these other trainer battles, but that's okay. We'll heal Meowth. Meowth will be better soon. Yeah, so Pokidoki you can't go in with Strat. But sometimes I stream all of these daily nerdy games that I play to my friends on Discord before we like start gaming for the night. And whenever we do Pokédoll, I will, I used to at least, just have them pick a number between 1 and 151. And they would pick a number, and I can usually at least figure out who the Pokemon is. There are a few I know just like immediately. Like, if anyone watched my stream when I was looking for Growlithe, I was legit just like, let's go find Growlithe in the Pokedex to see where his area is. Growlithe is Pokemon number 58. And everyone, like, no one mentioned it, but like, yeah, Growlithe is Dex number 58. And yeah, I know a lot of Pokemon by number. And if the ones I don't know like right off, I can usually figure out by the Pokemon around them in the dex order. So yeah, I'm a psychopath. Yeah, you try to think of the forgotten Pokemon. Usually, in Pokédoku, I like to go for like later gen Pokemon because I feel like most people are going to pick like the Gen 1s and 2s. Or if it is like, you know, Hoenn Johto category, then I'll try to. That's a Pikachu. That's not for you. Not for you to fight. Then I'll try to go for like just like the unloved Pokemon of the generation. And occasionally you hit that really low percentage, you just feel really good about yourself. It's great. I love it. I love Pokédoku. It's so much fun. Although I don't like the way, admittedly, it's not Pokédoku's fault, it's Pokemon's fault. I don't like the way that mythics and legendaries are separated. I don't think they should be. Also, I don't like that they do item evolutions as trade evolutions. Like they count as both, which I think is very strange. Because like there's just like so many Pokemon that you get by trading with a held item, Protector, Magmarizer, Electivire, like, you know, all of them, and Metal Coats and King's Rocks and etc. And they're trade evolutions. Like you need to have an item, but they are a trade evolution. And they count technically as both. You can put them as either a trade evolution or an item evolution. So if you didn't know, now you know. Also, why is type Null a legendary? Can anyone explain that to me? I don't get it. I also haven't played Alola in a very long time, but I really don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why type Null is a legendary. Growly, no. Okay, took that whole time of ranting about Pokemon types to catch the 3 starters that are in my room right now. Now we will see how many total Pokemon I have caught in Pokemon Go. And mind you, I did stop playing for about 3 years, so... Whoa, it's low. 38,000. 38,556. That's true. I don't actually catch Pokemon a lot of the time because I run out of space. I just had to go through my entire Pokemon stash in Pogo and decide like definitively, like, am I actually going to keep this Pokemon? Am I actually going to use this Pokemon? And trash like more because I was running out of space. I couldn't hold any more Pokemon and I was sad about it. Type Null's rolling. Yeah, right? Type Null has like essentially no purpose. Gen 7 was not a hugely memorable generation other than Team Skull. The only thing I remember from Gen 7 is Team Skull. And honestly, Team Skull, the best. The best. I love Team Skull. And Gen 7 had character customization and you can dress as a Team Skull member, and you bet I did. And then I dressed like a Team Skull member in real life because I wanted to. No, I did it because Anime Expo had an event that was just Team Skull Walk, where everyone came dressed as a Team Skull member and walked like Team Skull across the convention hall. And I was like, yes. So I made me a Team Skull cosplay and joined the Team Skull walk across the convention. And I'm sure that video is somewhere on YouTube, let's be honest, because why wouldn't it be? Like, no damage is happening in this fight because Growlithe is paralyzed and keeps missing. I should use Scratch with Ducky. That's hilarious. Oh, it was the best. It happened, I want to say, for like 3 years at Anime Expo. Team Skull walk across the convention hall. They do a lot of fun stuff. Unfortunately, they can't anymore because they're like massively overselling tickets. If you ever attempt to go to Anime Expo, I'm sorry. But like they don't limit attendees, which is a huge problem. Like I have pictures if anyone wants to see. I can post them like in the Discord. But they're essentially like there are times when you get out into like the main floor of the convention center where like people like hang out and take pictures of cosplayers and stuff like that. And it is just absolutely swarmed with people. It is a mess. There's too many people there. And like there's no walking space. There's no good space to like take pictures of anything. And Artist Alley was so crowded the last time I was there. Like I couldn't even see the booth on the other side of me because I'm usually in Artist Alley, which is honestly the best way to go because in between the booths, like the aisles of the booths, there's plenty of space and you can walk around and it's great. So that's fantastic. But then if you have to leave that space and like you want to go actually walk around Artist Alley, you can't. It's just like way too crowded. How many steps is Versus Seeker? Because like I'm down to do this again. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past it if that was the case. Anime Expo also has lines to nowhere, essentially, where people will just be standing around and people will just start going in lines. I've never gone as a regular attendee. I've always gone as an artist in Artist Alley. So because of that, I have a very different experience of getting in because artists have a special line to get in. We don't have to wait in the usual line with all the people because we're technically working while we're there, you know? Like we paid much, much more money to be there than the usual attendee. And we need to get our work done. So as an artist in Artist Alley, we get our like special badges and we get to go in that way. Although last time they tried to, they were trying to keep track of like actual attendees in and out of the con more. And so you had to like tap your badge. You didn't just like show it to a person to get in. And that made it really difficult because there were so many errors all over the place. And I remember I was coming in with like, you know, a bunch of stuff on a dolly and trying to get to my table. And I couldn't even get in the convention center because my pass wasn't working. And I had to wait for it to get troubleshot for like an hour. It took so long. And it was not a fun, pleasant time. Just an absolute mess last time. Anime Expo, you got to work on that. They do usually send us surveys at the end of the con to be like, what can we do better? And I remember the first time they sent us that, it was all fine and dandy. Everything was great. So I was just like, you know, put air conditioning in Kensha Hall because we're dying. Because we were. Also, Kensha Hall, like a lot of conventions nowadays I've heard are getting flack for, I was supposed to go battle them again. I heard recently of a convention, I want to say up in Washington, that they didn't have enough like air conditioning, water, like it was hot, like people were like legitimately passing out. And I was like, guys, come on. I thought we were better than this. Yeah. So that convention is currently under flack, which good, it should be. Oh, you honey. But Anime Expo, yeah, also has a lot of issues, mostly in getting people into the convention. I think they sell way too many tickets for the convention space, and especially for where people are going to be. It's way too crowded. You can't get anything done there. It's a mess. It's so bad. And the only way I could like really tolerate going was as an artist. But the last time I went, even though I sold out of like all of my merch, other than my stickers. I still have stickers left over. I sold out of just about all of my merch, and that's great and wonderful, but it was so crowded. It was so crowded. I couldn't. It was just, it's so stressful being in an area that has that many humans in it at once. There you go, Meowth. Use your Oran Berry. Yeah, it's Anime Expo's got some work to do to get back up to it. I've never been to Comic Con and I've never been to a convention as like a normal attendee. I have only ever been to conventions. I forgot to switch. No, my Psyduck. Um, I've never been as like a normal attendee to any convention. I've been to 3 different conventions and I've been to Anime Expo a bunch of times, but I usually go as an artist, and not as just like a regular attendee. Also, when I do go to Anime Expo, I like barely go to like any panels or anything. I am just there to hang out in Artist Alley. And honestly, I love Artist Alley. There's basically no place I'd rather be at a convention anyway. Like, I just want to walk Artist Alley and see all the beautiful things that people create. I remember one time I had downtime because I share my table with friends, or rather, it's my friend's table that I am allowed to be in sometimes. So, because of that, um, we have multiple humans, and we're not allowed to have multiple humans behind the table. So, um, we like when someone wants a break, usually they come to the table to chill because it's a nice, calm environment, unlike most of Anime Expo. And I had to leave because even though like I love being at the table. I love working and you know, just sit there and I draw and I sell things and sell both arts of or all of the arts of however many artists we have at the table, and it's great and I love it. But um yeah, sometimes it gets so crowded. And last time when I did have to leave because our other artists were like, "We need to be at the table, please." We were like, "Yeah, be at the table, please, because you need a break too." And I didn't know what to do. Like legitimately, all of the lines for panels were so long. And I was like, I'm not going to get into the panel. I think I went to like one panel on stunt work, which was actually super fun and I loved it. But then I just like had like another few hours to kill before I was allowed back at the table. Or I was waiting for like my friends to text me before I can go back to the table. And I just went into, they have a bunch of like screening rooms. I just went into a room and I watched like a couple episodes of Angel Beats, like you do. But yeah, Anime Expo's got a ton of issues. And I do kind of understand the like, just going to the bathroom while you're in line because it's a mess. It's a mess. Ooh, yeah, do a group Sonic cosplay. Are you going to make your costume or are you just going to buy one? That sounds so fun. Small cons, I will say, small cons are super fun. I did go to a tiny, tiny con once, and that was super, super fun. I did not go as an artist. I forgot about it. I just remembered right now. Go to local conventions. They're a lot of fun, especially if they're done well. But, like, conventions are always a good time. And if you've never cosplayed before, highly recommend give it a shot. Because it's a different thing. And, ooh, that's a lot of fights. Let's start here. Yeah, just give it a shot. You never know how much you're gonna like it. And like some people really like the process of like building a costume, and some people don't. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel of making my Mimikyu costume, which I made for Anime Expo, the last Anime Expo I went to. And my friends, I like am terrible at taking pictures during the con because I just get so busy, essentially, like working at especially like a big con like Anime Expo. I just don't take pictures. So I don't take any pictures. I have almost no pictures of myself at a convention. I have pictures of other people because I usually remember that, but I no. There's one picture of me as Mimikyu at the con where I think had gotten there super early and it was like no sleep. So yeah. Just I took a nap at the table, and my friend, when she got to the table, took a picture of me. It's like a deflated Mimikyu is taking a nap. And that's what it looks like. And honestly, A+. A+. Yeah. Yeah, deflated Mimikyu sleeping. That's me. I really love that Mimikyu costume. It's great. The only problem is that it is so annoying to iron. and it gets wrinkly really fast because I'm cheap, so I use cheap fabric. Psyduck, this is going to be a really hard battle for you. You might make it. Honestly, it's fun. And it's even fun if you're not doing, like, especially for something like Sonic, where you can kind of mess with the designs to, like, you know, make them fit a human if you're not doing, like, I want to say realistic, but, like, you know, the way Sonic design usually looks. If you're going for like a style of a design instead, it might be really fun to make it on your own. If you're going for like the Sonic look, it would probably honestly almost be easier to like buy a onesie because it's hard. It's hard to do characters that look like their characters. Although I do follow, I don't think I cosplay much anymore, but there is someone I follow on Tumblr who does like the proportional, like the weird proportional cosplays. Like they did, what's his name? Tom Nook. They did a Tom Nook cosplay that is peak. Giant head proportion to tiny, tiny body. It was absolutely amazing. They also did a really fun Ghastly cosplay where they just made like, you know, giant orb that they stand in, essentially, you know? Their Ghastly cosplay is like my favorite. It's so good. Yeah, A+ would recommend. So it's really fun to go for those like kind of stylized cosplay looks, but it's also fun to do takes on cosplays. The only issue I would say is that if you are doing a group cosplay, make sure you're all doing the same style, obviously, or it's going to look a little weird. Just, yeah, talk to your group, see what you're doing first, and then make some costumes. Costumes are fun. I love costumes. I'm actually probably this weekend going to go to the fabric store because every year I make, not costumes. Well, I actually do make a costume every year, usually. I don't know if I have the time this year for Halloween, but I'm going to try. We're going to try to do something for Halloween this year. But I make a Halloween dress. I buy a Halloween fabric and I make a dress that's just like Halloween. My goal is to be the Miss Frizzle of Halloween and have like a different Halloween dress I wear every year. Unfortunately, since I moved, I did have to put some of my Halloween dresses into storage. They're the older ones that are like, you know, kind of falling apart, kind of less good because I didn't know what I was doing when I first started making costumes and clothes. But like my recent Halloween dresses are really good. Not to toot my own horn, but like they are actually really good Halloween dresses. So I'm excited about my Halloween dresses and gotta make one. I have to pick a pattern though, is the thing. And I don't use, I forgot Mouth was dying. Panic. We'll see if he survives. She survives. But I need to pick a pattern for my Halloween dress this year. And then I got to make my Halloween dress and I'm excited. Yeah, gonna be fun. You don't know what your plan is yet? You're just gonna be different Sonic characters. You don't even know which character you're gonna be. You guys gotta draft it. Go like have like a meeting. Go have a Discord meeting where you all get on and someone has a wheel to spin. And the wheel to spin is either names and characters, and you could do it one of two ways. You could do that you spin the wheel for a person, and then that person gets to choose their character, or you spin the wheel for a person, and then you spin another wheel for characters, and then that will determine what character they get to be too. And that would be really funny, just because it's not going to make sense probably. Which I think would be great. I always want to do group cosplays with people, and no one ever wants to do group cosplays with me, and I'm always sad about it. I don't have enough friends who want to cosplay. It's a great idea. Yeah, do that. It'll be funny. And then, like, you'll get Amy Rose, and then they'll be like, no, absolutely not. Oh, man. Sonic is fun, though. Sonic is a good group cosplay to do, and I think it would be a really fun one to put a spin on. I need friends who want to do group cosplays more. I thought the plan for the problem is that they're all of my friends, like my good friends who like would actually cosplay, are like internet friends, And we were going to do, one of our friends is very tall. And we were like, we should do Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and have him be Snow White, which is extra funny because I am the only girl of that group. But like, no, the tall one is Snow White. So I need to bring that up again and see if they're going to do that or not. Or maybe just find something else to do as a costume this year. But I need to figure out what my costume is going to be this year and start making a costume and have fun because I love Halloween. Halloween time is the best time. Started watching Over the Garden Wall last night. I watch it every year during Halloween season. If you've not seen Over the Garden Wall, go watch Over the Garden Wall right now. It's like 10 episodes. It's phenomenal. Love that show. Yes! Yes! Oh, it's so good. It is so good. What a show. What an absolute masterpiece of a show. Also, the thing that like apparently no one ever remembers is that that's Elijah Wood. It's Elijah Wood. Speaking of cosplays and group cosplays, one year, the year I got my sister to watch Over the Garden Wall for the first time, we watched it in like September. I also got my sister to cosplay with me. Me and my sister were Wirt and Greg for Halloween, and it was the best. I was Wirt, obviously, because, yeah, I'm the introvert, and my sister, they are. Tell me more right now, immediately. Good Lord, Over the Garden Wall is such a phenomenon of a show. Seriously, if you've never seen Over the Garden Wall, you must watch it. Anyone in chat, all of chat, Over the Garden Wall. Actually, even if you have seen it before, watch it again. Because if you haven't watched the show at least twice, you're doing it wrong. There are so many things that you will pick up on watching the show a second time. It's so good. It's so good. Gosh. What a great show. What a great show. I love Over the Garden Wall. And I do have a Wirt cosplay, and I also have a Greg cosplay because I borrowed, my sister was Greg, so like for Halloween, we went as Wirt and Greg, and she was Greg and I was Wirt, and we had a great time. And then the next year, I worked as a teacher. I was a teacher for a while, and for fun, because I was like, I can wear whatever I want to work. No one's going to get mad at me. I'll do whatever I want to. And so for Halloween, I was wearing Halloween dresses all the time. And whenever I wasn't wearing a Halloween dress, I was in just full costume. I went to work as Wirt. I went to work as Greg. On Halloween, I went to work as Mimikyu. I went as a Jedi. I went as a Team Skull member. I was just in costumes all the time. I was like, it is Halloween and we are going to celebrate the season. And if no one else was going to celebrate, I was. So yeah, I was in a costume like every day. I want to say except for the days we had like school spirit week or something. And those days I dressed according to the theme of the spirit week. But like, yeah. Costumes are fun. Wear costumes all the time. Dress the way, like, you know how people like have like your D&D character like kind of made up in your head of like the person you want to be. Dress like them. You know what they look like. Dress like them. Nothing is stopping you. And you'll probably have way more fun dressing as your D&D character than you will dressing like a normal person. Will we make it? We made it! Oh, yes. Yes, thank you, Nurse Joy. We appreciate you. We appreciate you very much, Nurse Joy. You're doing us a service. Yeah, I'm very excited to finish watching Over the Garden Wall again. Already there are things happening that I'm like, ooh, because I know what's happening. I thought Meowth had an item. Bet Meowth used her Oranberry. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, wear costumes. Costumes are great. Also, there's that thing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that thing on the internet where they're like real life is just a session of D&D and like you all have your D&D stats and whatever. I love that idea. I think it's beautiful. Also, I'm just, a nerd. I love D&D. So, life is just a game of D&D. And you are a character in your life of your D&D game. And if you don't like your character, make a new one. It's fine. It's allowed. You can do whatever you want. You'll put the Twitter post in the Discord. Yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, what a good show. What a great, great show. I saw also, complete tangent here, just a small teaser for the 10th anniversary. I want to watch it. I'm so excited. I have only known about it for 2 minutes, but it is now consuming my life. So it's going to be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ah, what a great, 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 great show. Fantastic show. Clefairy? I'm so excited. I also saw a thing recently for Community. Community is also celebrating an anniversary. Community is a live action show about a community college and a guy who has gone back because he has just been found as a fraud and he has to go get an actual degree now. So he goes to community college and it's just shenanigans. But it's adult shenanigans because that's the thing about community college, right? It's people are going there to, get their education again and figure out what they want to do and stuff. And oftentimes people switch careers later in life. So Community, also a great show. And they've posted a teaser for their anniversary. And the thing about Community, if you know about Community, is that their whole thing is 6 seasons in a movie, which is a running joke on the show where one character is a little bit more meta than the rest of them and kind of breaks the fourth wall and is we need 6 seasons in a movie. And it sounds like they might be making a movie. Yes. I'm very excited about that. And actually, I saw, this is weird. I met Joel McHale once because he was doing a stand-up show. He was touring or for his stand-up, and my sister and I had both watched Community, and we were like, should we go? We should go. So we saw, yeah. I have a picture with Joel McHale somewhere in the depths of my phone. And I don't remember. I think me and my sister both had said that we loved Community, and he was very grateful that, it had happened and that we watched it and enjoyed it so much. But I think both of us were both trying not to be so when's the movie? Because we want 6 seasons in a movie. Yeah, I met Joel McHale. Joel McHale's great. Honestly, he was so silly. And it happened right after the Snapchat update where you got to send longer video snaps. And my sister was I had asked, can I take a picture with you? And I'm we had just taken a picture together. And then my sister was can I take a Snapchat with you? Because he was advertising his run of his comedy shows. And he was oh yeah, for sure. And he was it's a 10-second video, in his head, he knows because Snapchat. And my sister was going to post it to her story for our friends in the area to also go out and see the comedy show. And so Joel McHale gets on Snapchat and he's I only have 10 seconds. Come see the show. It's going to be good, etc. Why is the video still going? It's been more than 10 seconds. Yeah, so it was great. Joel McHale's, he's good. He's a good guy. I will say as far as stand-up goes, I've seen a lot of stand-up comedians. I love going to see small comedians doing stand-up. I will say he's a solid B. I think he needs to study the art of stand-up more, just a little bit more. But that being said, when he landed a joke, a solid joke, A+. But there is a good format to stand-up comedy that is good to learn and follow, I think. If anyone, I don't know, is planning on being a stand-up comedian, study the art, study the form like you do. And none of that is evidenced as much as Hank Green. Hank Green's stand-up show A plus, phenomenal, amazing, good work. Like, it was so good. He also came to our city and we saw Hank Green perform his stand-up show live. And then after the show, my sister, who I apparently go to everything with, I went with my sister and my best friend that time. Have fun at work. Have a good day. Enjoy everything. I'm probably going to leave soon anyway. You're not going to miss much because I am getting hungry. But have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. And I'll also send you a present on Pokemon Go because I think I forgot to today. So I'll go do that right now when I get off. Goodbye. Yeah, so Hank Green's stand-up show, surprisingly fantastic in like real life. What a good show. It was really, really well done. Yeah, fainted, oh no, panic. A Hank Green stand-up was like, you could tell he like actually studied the craft. And then after the show, me, my sister, my best friend, and her husband went to get ice cream because my sister always wants ice cream. And, you know, you wait in line to get your ice cream, and then you get your ice cream, and then you eat your ice cream slowly. And we finished eating our ice cream before we like left. And then when we left, Hank Green was outside the venue. And we were also there. And we were like, do you think he will mind terribly if we stop him for a picture? And we did. We stopped him for a picture and he took a picture with us and he was very kind and he is very tall. And yeah, we had a great time. I've met a surprising number of celebrities, including, you know, YouTube father Hank Green, who I know did not invent YouTube, but good Lord, is he responsible for a lot of YouTube stuff. Gotta love Hank Green. Also Joel McHale. He did, Community was fantastic and I can't wait for more. So I'm excited. And there's going to be more stuff happening. But for now, training this Psyduck is our first priority. He has 9 more levels, which hopefully we'll be able to fully grind out tomorrow. But I am hungry, so I need to go eat. And you probably have something to do as well, chat. I don't know what your plan is. I don't know what my plan is, but we're gonna head out for today, and we'll be back tomorrow for more Psyduck training shenanigans. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to eat, stay hydrated, all that good stuff. Goodbye.